Welcome to another exciting edition of Marquee Backstage, All Access. I'm your host, Julie Milam. As always, we are going to dive deep into the lives and music of our guests, and we'll share 5 full-length song performances, all of which were recorded at Thunder Sound Studios. Today we have a group of music veterans who call themselves Lee Harvey. These guys have been part of the Kentucky music scene for years, but they continue to evolve their honky-tonk jam sounds with the release of new music. Now before we get too wild, let's start out slow. Here's Lee Harvey with Bartender.
Bartender, send me one more round. Get a heartache the size of Texas. I need to shoot down. I know I've been here way too long, drinking whiskey, singing sad songs. Ride me a river made out of whiskey. It's the only thing that kill my pain. Bottle of those tears I've been crying. Next guy stays filled with rain. I told him, bartender, the Lord ain't yet helped me. The last 6 months straight, I begged him down on my knees. I ain't slept in damn near 3 days. Find a way to get my wicked soul in shape. Ride me a river made out of whiskey. It's the only thing that kill my pain. Bottle of those tears I've been crying. The next guy whose days filled with rain. Bottle of those tears I've been crying. Next time my days filled with rain.
That was Bartender by our friends Lee Harvey. Next, we are going to sit down with lead singer Mark Hughes. He'll walk us down memory lane and tell us about his early years playing drums and how he ended up as the frontman of his own band. We'll follow that up by adding more rhythm to the show. Get ready as Lee Harvey performs Amp the Love. So tell me how Lee Harvey first fell in love with music.
Just singing and listening to gospel music at church.
How old were you? What's your first memory of singing for an audience?
Probably 5 or 6, singing in a Christmas program at church, and I always was excited when the music portion of the church service was.
It was your favorite part?
My very favorite part.
Did you take a lead role when you were a child in a Christmas program?
I don't know if I took a lead role, but just singing. It was just something about singing. It just brought happiness and joy to my life.
Are there specific songs from your childhood that you recall really filling your soul?
I don't really know about like church or gospel songs. I love all of them.
So, what would you say your favorite song now would be that maybe influenced you in your past?
I think my favorite song probably is Magnolia by J.J. Cale.
Okay. Can't wait to hear Lee Harvey's version of that sometime. Tell me what it was like growing up. Tell us where you grew up.
I grew up in Bowling Green. And yes. And just pretty simple, I just went to school and to church. And when I was around 10, I started playing drums. And from there, I wanted to be a songwriter. So when I was around 16, I borrowed a guitar. And I don't think I owned a guitar until I was probably in my 20s. I just borrowed a guitar and I learned some chords. And, the seed was planted. So after the seed is planted, you had no choice. It's there.
Did anyone in your family play music?
Not instruments. My mom sang in church. Okay. But I was the only one. I don't even think I have any cousins or anything that play music.
So how did you go to your family as a 10-year-old boy and say, hey, I think I need a drum kit?
Well, I played my friend's drum kit.
Okay.
And I guess I was that kid who used everyone else's instruments until I was, good enough to. And then I was in band in high school.
Okay. What did you play?
I played drums in jazz band, marching band, concert band. So I used their drums, and sometimes I would be allowed to take them home. So
that's incredible. So what was your style of music when you first started playing your own music?
Well, I played drums in some heavier bands, some kind of hardcore punk bands. But I was at my friend Adam's one day, and I got his electric guitar, and I started playing some Hank Williams stuff, some old Buck Owens stuff, and I was like, this is what I want to do. And I booked something at Three Brothers, and I booked some stuff down at the Java House, back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and that's about that's when Lee Harvey started.
I love it. Where did it go from there? What were the very next steps when you realized that people were paying attention?
Well, I sit in my apartment a lot of times, and James Cadlin, the guitar player in this band, and I would sit and play every night. And then we started playing it, which was Kelly Green's a couple times when it was still there. And Tidball's opened up. So when Tidball's opened up, Dryland Fish was playing then, and that's the first Tidball's gig that we played was with those guys. So that's about the time that Lee Harvey was really out there.
How did that feel?
It felt really good. That I had played drums in bands, for years, and so then I was the front guy, and it was different and it was weird, but it was good.
It's definitely different because you're protected by that drum kit. You're in the back of the stage, you have everybody in front of you. To take that step to go out in front and all the spotlight, everybody's focus.
It's a little intimidating even now, 20 years later,
But you still are fulfilled by it.
Of course.
standing around the other day. Some people were talking just what one had to say. Man's only worth what he has. Well, when a lady spoke up, she said, boy, you're wrong. It'll make you happy, but just for so long. And you live with a life that's empty and sad. She said love's what it's all about, and one day you see it's the only thing that'll make you free. You gotta love yourself and everyone around. Let's try to spread some love around. Try to spread some love around, from your heart through your home, around this town. Let's try to spread some love around. Try to spread some love around, from your heart through your home and around this town. People try to use the Bible to justify hate. I just read it all and I can't relate, 'cause Jesus taught one thing, that was love. When asked, Lord, what's the greatest law? He said, you gotta love one another, y'all, as you love the Father above. It don't matter if you're black or white, straight or gay. I tell you folks, there's only one way. Stick together and love everyone. And try to spread some love around. Try to spread some love around, from your heart through your home and around this town. Just try to spread some love around. Try to spread some love around, from your heart through your home and around this town. Just try to spread some love around. Try to spread some love around, from your heart through your home and around this town. Just try to spread some love around. Try to spread some love around, from your heart through your home and around this town.
If you would like to watch the televised episode of Lee Harvey, visit our YouTube channel at Marquee Backstage. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our extended music and interview content. Next, Mark opens up about his spirituality, his love of music, and that special someone who makes him a better person. Plus, get ready for a touching performance of Cynthia Michelle, dedicated to Mark's leading lady.
Lee, it takes a lot of heart and soul to have a career where you put yourself on stage and allow yourself to be vulnerable with your listeners. What keeps you going? What inspires you?
For me, music has always been a universal voice. And it's a universal voice for me from the universe, I guess, obviously, but from God. And a lot of people, I think, who don't read scriptures like the Bible or the Gita, they get their spirituality through music. And that's what, no matter if I'm writing a song about going out on the town drinking or a love or whatever, it's that's part of my soul. It's part of my spirituality. So that's how I connect with the universe, and then in turn, hopefully that's the way that I can connect with everyone else.
And I think you're exactly right. Music is the language that we all speak, no matter what our cultures, our backgrounds, our beliefs are. What do you get from your own spirituality when it fuels you, when it moves you? How does it fulfill you?
For me, there's no better feeling than to sing hymns and gospel songs. A lot of times, and in here lately a lot, my fiance Michelle and I will sit on the couch and sing hymns out of the hymn book, and that leaves me feeling refreshed and leaves me feeling like that I could do anything and conquer the world, because it makes me feel connected to my Creator, and connected to the universe, and ultimately connected to everyone else.
What is your favorite hymn?
That's tough.
What is one that you and Michelle sang together last?
How Great Thou Art.
Okay.
Amazing Grace.
Do you feel bigger, more powerful when those words come out of your mouth?
Of course.
Like you're superhuman.
And it's when we sing How Great Thou Art, sometimes it just makes how real the creation is for me, to look around and see the birds and the trees and other human beings, you know. I stop and think about those words, and it's like that's the real deal, you know. That's what it's all about.
And we're here to enjoy it and to make it better.
Exactly.
And you do that with your music.
I think that's why God gave us music, so that our life wouldn't be so mundane. You know? Give us something to look forward to, and give us something to give back.
Has there ever been a time in your life where you moved away from your faith?
Of course. There was a time to where I just didn't know, and I still had those songs that I grew up listening to and playing, and my own songs that I believe it's what kept me going. Because there was 10 years I didn't really play music at all, and that's where I think that my spirituality dropped, because I didn't have that music in my life.
So what brought it back?
I got out of I changed my environment, and I met a person who's my #1 fan, and she keeps me going when I don't want to go. So
She was a gift to you.
She motivates me to do the work.
Mm-hmm. Because she sees that you're worth it, and you have a job to do, and that's to serve others with your gift of music.
Of course.
Excited to share it with the world today, and excited to do it here in God's natural environment.
I as well.
Let's do this.
Baby, I need you to know what you mean to me. I need you to know that you're my everything. I don't know what makes the world go round. I don't care what goes on downtown anymore. I know one thing for sure. I love you, I could never try to repay. I could never try to repay the love you sent my way. I know sometimes I'm too much to handle. Somehow, girl, you get a handle on me. I can't wait to see that love that the future holds. You're the one that I was told I would find in due time. My dad said, boy, there's a girl out there with green eyes and beautiful hair, and I'll be damned if that ain't you.
We would like to thank our friends at Thunder Sound Studios for allowing us to film our show from their fully equipped analog and digital recording studio complex in Franklin, Kentucky. For more information about Thunder Sound, please visit thundersound.com or on social media at Thunder Sound Studio. We've had a great time with you today, and we hope you've enjoyed it as well. Now joining me and Mark is his longtime friend, collaborator, and guitar player, James Catalin. Together we chat about upcoming plans and what it's like playing as Lee Harvey. We'll follow that up with a performance featuring James' song, P-Berg, right here on Marquee Backstage All Access.
So tell us what's next for Lee Harvey. Where do you guys go from here? You've done so many great things, written amazing music. Where do we go next?
We're in the middle of, in the beginning of recording a record, and hopefully after that it'll open up some more possibilities to start playing out of town again and playing more in-town shows, and I think the possibilities are limitless.
They absolutely are. So how many songs do you have for the record so far?
I think we recorded 5.
Okay.
And maybe a couple more.
How often do you guys write together?
Never.
Never? How often do you write, James? I know you write as well.
I'm not very prolific. I mean, we're playing a song of mine that I wrote 30 years ago, so go figure. But I feel the creative process. It's been good. We've got a great group of guys, and it's kind of the ideal band I've been looking for a long time.
So what do you think of this one over here?
This guy, he's all right.
We'll keep him.
Yeah.
I think we'll keep you. What do you think of the guys in the band?
James and I have played together off and on for a long time, and we've been wanting to get back together and play again, and I guess the stars all lined up the right time. This is the most talented group of individuals I've ever played music with, and all around good human beings. So that's what I look for. You could be the most incredible bass player in the world, and if you're not a very good human being, I'm probably not going to play music with you.
Yeah, these guys, they're all real. You know, we're all real people. You know, and we're all passionate about music. You know, and it just really came together at a good time.
Very natural.
Yep.
I mean, we can sense that being backstage with you guys. Just the connection you all have is so natural and so incredibly inspiring to be around. We're thrilled to have shared this space with you today, but what we really want to do is share you guys with the world.
We're excited to share our music.
You got a lot to do. Let's go do it.
You can stay connected with Lee Harvey by following them on social media at Lee Harvey. There you will find their latest music, tour dates, and their support of artists everywhere. You can also keep in touch with us on social media at Marquee Backstage. Check out our behind-the-scenes shenanigans, upcoming guests, and lots of new music. Make sure to join us next week as we rock out to the music of the Japanese Schoolgirls. But let me warn you, it's gonna be wild. Before we go, let's put those dancing shoes on as Lee Harvey performs Cadillac This Town. Until next time, I'm your host, Julie Milam, and I'll meet you here next week for more Marquee Backstage All Access.
She says she don't love me, I'm a mangy dog. She gonna leave me and live like a hog. She going out to find a big life, but she'll find her a rich man to make her his wife. She didn't like living a honky-tonk man, says she always hated listen a hillbilly band. I decided I'm going out on the town. I'll find some skirts, chasing her around. I'm gonna get one drum shot for shot, get in the back of my Buick, she'll get hot. I think I forgot this thing between the liquor and love and done killed my pain. Well, a good love and a good bourbon, that's my way of life. I don't think every man is having a wife. Make me living with a hillbilly band, and me and the boys are gonna Cadillac this whole damn thing. Listen to Bob Wheels and old Hank Snow. I'm gonna grab me a girl and dance real slow. Count the bubbles in my beer, it's the best damn time I had all this shit. I put some quarters in and listen to Merle. Oh man, I done forgot about the silly old girl. Well, a good love and a good bourbon, that's my way of life. You don't think every man is having a wife. With a hillbilly band, me and the boys are going to Cadillac this whole damn land. Having a wife, make me living with a honky-tonk band. Me and the boys are going to Cadillac